Good morning. We will start session 2 on chapter data handling. So we'll start, we understood about the brief definitions or what are bar graph, histogram, understanding about a circle graph, which we'll be doing it later, but we basically understood how to plot these graphs, right? With what are frequencies, tallies, etc. Let's begin with an exercise today. Which of these would you use to a histogram to show a data? That means in the given ABCD, which we can use as a histogram. Now we know what is a histogram. It is a bar with a difference. So in a histogram, what should be there in x-axis? As per our understanding, it should be always the class interval, that is a data given, which we can bifurcate in terms of class interval, right? But this was histogram. But in case of a bar graph, it can be class interval or it can be even data. Data in the sense number of, I can represent as boys, girls, men, women, etc. But here in histogram, it has to have a numerical value. So which of these can be represented in histogram? Give reason. First one, the number of letters for different areas in a postman's bag, height of the competitors in the athletics meet, the number of cassettes produced by 5 companies, the number of passengers boarding train from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the station. So I think different areas, that is, and companies. So different areas in the senses, the number of letters, what we know, the height of the competitors in the athletics meet, and number of passengers, that is from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I think we can group that in the class interval data, that is histogram, wherein the letters in the postman's bag and the number of cassettes produced by companies can't be given because we can have the company's name and the number of cassettes produced, right? That is for bar graph what we have, not for the histogram. Now we understood that B and D, that is height of competitors and number of passengers boarding the train, can be represented by histogram. Why? I have explained it. But still, I will just send you in the PDF to write what you have to write this. We will start with the second one, children. Now here, some are graphical representation and some are theoretical representation. Now for example, the first one is a theoretical representation. So whichever is a theoretical representation, write that in your notebook. Whichever is a graphical representation, mention that in your graph book. I need not tell that again and again. Second one, the shoppers who came to the departmental store were marked as man M, woman W, boy B and girl G. The following list gives the shoppers who came during the first hour in the morning. They have given the list here. Make a frequency table using tally. Draw bar graph to illustrate this. So first of all, we will write what here as the shoppers. We have to make a list, right? With respect to shoppers, we have to mark tally across it, and with respect to that, we have to write the frequencies against the shoppers, against the tally marks. Okay. So to write this, always a tabular column should be present. What do we have as the shoppers here? First we have it as a man, that is marked as M. Then we have it as a woman. Then we have it as a W. Then we have it as a boy, as B, and last as girl, that is G. How do we mark tally marks here? Now it's not that you count number of W and then go on doing. That sometimes you might go wrong. We always do it like that. It's up to you. My usual method of telling you all is whatever you read, go on marking. For example, first I read W, I mark for W here. Second also I read W, I mark. Third also I read W, I mark. Fourth I read G, I mark here. And when you are marking this, do not talk to anybody or get disturbed. That is, concentrate on what you are marking. Always keep a pencil in your hand. Go on ticking what you are marking in your textbook. Right? So now what I will do is, I will mark and then I will turn and I will start explaining again. I will read from the beginning now. So we have PW, what we have done. Then I have a girl. After girl, I have one boy. After boy, I have again W, 4. Fifth one is again W. Fifth one I will not mark like this. Fifth one I will mark like this. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Fifth one is always for a slant. So, see, whenever I talk, we miss out what we have done. Let's again check from the beginning. 3W are already done here. Then 1G, 1B, 2 W's were there. So, 1 we have already marked, 1 more will come here. So, after W, it's going to be M. After M, it is 2G. Right? Like this, we have to go on marking the tally. This is how it goes. So I went on marking, I just got this as a result. Now sometimes children, see, I told you all 1, 2, 3, 4 and fifth one is like this, right? If you mark like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Both are correct. The tally fifth one can either come like this or it can come like this. Okay? Both are equally correct. So let us count. This is counted as 5, 5 and 5, 15. 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28. 5. 5, 5, 10 plus 2 is 12. And when you add this, you get 60. That's all what we have to do here. Now what they have asked, make a frequency distribution table of the tally marks. Draw bar graph to illustrate. Now I'll have a rough figure of a bar graph here. Or what I'll do is here, anyhow, we have these numbers. Shall I erase this part, children? Because I can't do both the things at once. So this bar graph will come in the graph sheet. How we have to draw? We have to draw that your x-axis will be the shoppers. Always mark this. Your y-axis will be the frequency. What scale will you choose? You have to always write the scale on your top right hand corner. I will write it here. That's very important. X-axis. 1 unit is equal to 1 shopper. Okay? Y-axis. 1 unit is equal to. I have scores in the form of 5, 12, 15, 28. So I think better I will mark this as 2, 4, 6, 8 if I take. That will be quite lengthy. So, or else you can mark. We have 12, right? So, let's go with 2, 4, 6, 8 if you go, children. Till 28 it will be very difficult. Such a long thing you have to do. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So, each unit is equal to, 1 unit is equal to 5 centimeter. Okay, first one. Not first one here. What was the first one? Women. That was what you can consider here as, or whichever. You write here, it depends on you. So, first we will write here as man. This 1 unit we will consider it as man. Then bar graph it is right, 1 space we are going to leave. After a space, what are we supposed to write? We are supposed to write next is woman. 1 space here, boy. Another space here, girl. Okay. So first one is man. So man, how many do we have? We have 15. So 15 comes exactly here. So we will draw a box for this, right? Next, what do we have? We have women. So women are 28. So this is 25. So 25 to 30, if you count, one box is there. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Two units as one you have to count. See children here. So 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 are there here for 30 in that box. So 2 units as one you have to consider. This is 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. In that small box, 2 units. 25, 26, 27, 28 comes here. Draw very correctly. Here it might go. This is women. Then boys, how many do we have? We have 5 that we have here. Then girls, we have 12. So 10. So somewhere here it comes. That's all. Now it's up to you whether you want to share this or right. Keep it as simple as possible. This is bar graph how you are supposed to represent. Okay. We'll quickly move to the next one. That is third one. The weekly wages in rupees of 30 workers in a factory are given. Right? From 830, 35, 890, it goes on. Using tally marks, make frequency table with the intervals as 800, 810, 800 to 810, 810 to 820 and so on. So, first of all what we will do is, we will make a class interval. So, to make a class interval, we have to start from 800 to 810. What is the width and size children here? What we have discussed, it is 10. Till where we have to do? Now what is the highest number? What we have to know here is, now because see, this goes on, we have to search till 820. Now just check for the highest number. What you have here is, let me just check, we have 890, right? Do we have anything beyond 890? So that means 890 to 900 will be our last term. We'll go on till that. 800 to 810, 810 to 820, 820 to 830, 830 to 840, 840 to 850, 850 to 860, 860 to 870, 870 to 880, 880 to 890. Just check if there is any other term beyond 890. So we have here, yeah, if 890 is there, 890 will not fall in this. 890 will fall in the next because here 889 will fall. So I have to take the next as 890 to 900. For this, I need to see the tally. Which all wages will fall into this, and with that respect, I need to find the frequency. Right? So first few we'll just go on marking here. 830, as I had told you. Go on with the numbers. 830 falls in which children? See, 830 to 830 lies here also. Always look 830 in the lower limit, not in the upper limit. That is the hint. Because see, when you count here 800 to 810, how do you count? 800, 801, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 I get because 10 is repeated here. So till where exactly I count to get the 10 difference? I count this till 809. That means 810 will fall in the next interval. That is next lower limit. So my first score here is 830 should come here in tally. Next is 835. So 830 to 840. It again comes here. Next is 890. It comes in this. Next we have 810. It comes in this. Next we have 835 again. So it comes here. Then we have 836. 836. So 830 to 840. It is there, right? 36 will come in this only. Then we have 869. So 60 to 70. That means it falls here. Similarly, we have to mark for all the wages. So I have the tallies done over here. Let's count the frequencies against it. So here we have frequency as 3, 2, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now children, one thing, you go miss in 1. Assume that instead of 1 I got here 2, but here I got 8. Something I missed out. My final answer will be correct, but still when you go wrong in the frequency, you will not get marks. It has to be accurately whatever you are supposed to get. Then we have 5, 1, 3, 1 and 1, and we have 4. Total, when you add this, how much do you get? How many weekly wages I had told? 30, right? You have to get 30 and this answer is 30. Very clear? It should always be in the tabular column, that is a box like this. You have to do this. Now look at the next one, fourth one. I am not going to erase this, that's because draw histogram for the following frequency table made in the data question 3. That is this question only. This is question number 3, right? Fourth question is based on third one. What we have done already ready here. For that we have to draw histogram. Let us do that. So now histogram, what I will do is here, I require this and I require this. I will just write the frequencies here, small children, so that I will rub this and I will make note of it. So this is 3, 2. You don't do that. You already have. You can refer this one only and do it as a fourth question. But since I am going to erase it, I will just make a note of the numbers. 1, 9, 5, 1, 3, 1, 1 and 4. Okay. Let me erase this. Histogram is with the bar with the difference. So let's have the histogram in the graphical part. So here also mine will not fit accurately. I can't be doing since I used this. Now you all know how to do. So you all go ahead. Always we have to start from 0, right? But if I start from 0 here children, my first score is starting from 800. That means if I write here 800, my next should be what? 810. The difference here is what? 10. Difference here is what? 800. Is that possible? No, right? Under that condition, what we do here is we draw just a zigzag line kind of thing here. This is called as a quick line or a jag line. So why do we do this? Because this tells us that we have considered the score from 0 to 10, 10 to 0 to 100 each. 0 to 10. Every 10 part we are actually dividing this. That is the meaning. It is called as a quick line or a jag line. Okay. 800, 810. Then we have 820. Each box is what I am talking about. 830, 840, 850. I'll write how much ever it will fit for me, but for you it's not the case. You have to fit that till 900. So here what are my scores? I think the scores are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the final score is 9, right? So it's very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Y-axis. Write the scale. X-axis. 1 unit is equal to 800 to 810. How many centimeters, children? Of course, 10 centimeters. Then y-axis. 1 unit is equal to 1 centimeter. Very clear? Okay. Now read. 800 to 810 is 3. 800 to 810. Always this part is left is 3. It comes here. 810 to 820 is 2. 810 to 820 is 2. Understood how to draw? 820 to 830 is 1. Then we have 9. 830 to 840 is 9. Then we have 5. Then we have 1. Then we have 3. . 4. Okay, goes on. Very clear? This is how you do it. No, that's okay. Sometimes I'll tell you how to shade it, draw that. It's up to you. Continue this. This is the histogram. There are some questions what we have to answer with respect to histogram here. Is this very clear what I have done? Okay. Let's answer these questions, children. I will erase this part. First question asked here is, which group has maximum number of workers? Which group has maximum number of workers? Group 830 to 840 has maximum number of workers. Conclude that. Okay. Second part what they have asked. How many workers earn rupees 850 and more? How many workers earn 850 and more? 850 will start from here. So how many workers will earn 850 and more? Earn 850 and more are. It will not start from here, children. From here, right? 1. How many workers? Plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So total 10 workers earn rupees 850 and more. How many workers earn less than 850? Earn less than 850. That means it comes from here onwards. So this was here onwards. 850. How many workers earn less than 850 will come in this only. So that is 5 plus 9 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 5, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 workers earn rupees 850 and less. 20 workers earn less than 850. Very clear, children? Look at the next one and the last one. You can just have this figure in the graph book and analyze it and do it. Let me erase this part. I will not draw it again because it is given in your book. We can refer that only. Fourth one is over. The same figure we used it for fourth one. Fifth one. It is the number of hours TV watched per day. So, for which the students of a particular class watch TV during the holidays is shown in the given graph. For how many hours did the maximum number of students watch the TV? Now, the class interval here, maximum number of students will fall under which class interval? 4 to 5. So, what you can say here is, for how many hours did the maximum number of students watch TV? So, it comes under interval what? 4 to 5. You can write here the number of students who watched TV for maximum number of time falls in the group 4 to 5. With the same answer, what question is written? Just give a conclusion. They have not asked how many. How many students watch TV less than 4 hours? How many students watched TV less than 4 hours? Now see here. Less than 4 hours, these are number of students, children. 4 to 5 is the hours that you have to understand. Now the class interval is given here in this manner. 1 to 2, these are hours. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. So for the first one it is how many hours? 4 to 5 hours the number of students watch the TV. Maximum number of students. How many are there? 32, but they have not asked that. How many students watch TV for less than 4 hours? Now less than 4 hours means how many all will come? If you want, you know what you can do best here is, I'll tell you, to not create confusion or here. You see the graph, right? You make a table. So what we will do here is, we'll first make a table. Class interval in terms of hours and number of students. This is best, I'll tell you. Do this. You will not go wrong. Frequency. It will start from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. That is last. So we have already, they have also marked it. 1 to 2 is 4, 2 to 3 is 8 number of students. Then we have 22. Then we have 32. then we have 8, then we have 6. I think this is best thing to answer. Now let's again answer from the beginning. How many hours did the maximum number of students watch TV? 32. 4 to 5 hours, maximum number of students watched TV. How many students watch TV less than 4 hours? Less than 4 hours means children in which it will come? Less than 4 hours. So 4 is coming here. Less than 4 will come in this and above. So second I can tell less than 4 hours. That is equal to 22 plus 8 plus 4, 30. So that is 34. 34 students watch TV less than 4 hours. How many students spent more than 5 hours in watching TV? More than 5 hours in watching TV. So more than 5 will definitely fall in this and down, not in this. So it is 8 plus 6, that's all. Answer is 14. I think this was much better for us to understand after we after we had it in the form of a class interval and students. I want even you all to do the same thing and then answer the questions. That's all. So with that we complete this exercise, children. So that's all in this exercise. We had one bar graph, we had one histogram, how to represent it. Just go through the worked examples if you get to see different types of sums. So the next class we will start with circle graph, or it is also called as a pie chart.